3 years ago, I never imagined this would become my life. My name is Song. 3 years ago, my life looked very different. I spent most of my days in front of a computer screen, trading in the financial markets. There were times when everything was going well, but there were also times when things didn't turn out the way I had hoped. In the end, I decided to move back to my hometown, to be closer to my mom, to spend more time with my little family, and to begin again with a much simpler life. Behind our house is a small garden that I care for every day. Maybe this is where the next chapter of my life truly begins. Sometimes, starting over begins with a handful of soil. Every morning starts with watering the garden. Then I prepare another garden bed to plant more tomatoes. I used to spend my days watching numbers on a screen. Now I spend hours taking care of each and every plant. It may sound like a completely different life, but I've never felt more at peace. Maybe life is a lot like gardening. If you want to enjoy the harvest, you first have to take good care of the roots. The happiest moments are often the simplest. Today I decided to prepare another flower bed. Just then, my son came running out to help me. He's on his summer break. Holding his little hoe, he happily copied everything I was doing. Then he proudly carried a watering can and watered the plants himself. Maybe he couldn't help that much, but seeing the excitement on his face made me happier than anything else. There will be memories he'll probably forget one day, but I hope he'll always remember those quiet mornings when we worked in the garden together. This empty corner will look completely different in a few months. After preparing the soil, I carefully marked each row for the flowers. Mornings in the countryside are incredibly peaceful. All you can hear are the birds singing, the gentle breeze, and the sound of soil beneath your hands. Then I planted another row of flowers along the bamboo fence. The seedlings are still very small, but they'll grow a little more every day. Gardening is just like life. Not every result comes overnight. You simply have to be patient. It's only 5 a.m., so why is the beach already full of people? The next morning, I headed to Anbang Beach. The sun had just risen, yet the beach was already crowded. Some people were swimming. Others were exercising. On another side of the beach, the fishing boats had just returned to shore. The seafood vendors quickly arranged their fresh catch. A new day in this coastal village begins long before most people wake up. This little garden rewards me every single morning. After returning home, I took a slow walk around the garden. The first bitter melons had begun to appear. The lettuce was getting greener every day. These are the moments I love the most. I don't have to do anything. I just stand there for a few quiet minutes, listening to the birds, watching the garden grow, one day at a time. I decided to build a bamboo gate for the garden. Here in the countryside, bamboo has always been the most familiar building material. I cut each pole, set each post into the ground, and attached every crossbeam by hand. Everything was built slowly. One step at a time. Little by little, the gate began to take shape. It's not anything extraordinary, but somehow, it makes the garden feel complete. As the sun goes down, this is my favorite time of the day. By the time I finished the gate, the afternoon sun had softened. I started watering the vegetables, one garden bed at a time, one bitter melon vine at a time, one tomato plant at a time. Then I swept the garden path. Looking at the clean garden, looking at the bamboo gate I had just finished, I felt that my day was complete. As evening fell, I sat down and talked with my mom. We only shared the simplest things: how the garden was doing, how our health had been, what we planned to do tomorrow. I used to believe that happiness meant achieving more and more. But now, I've come to realize something different. Sometimes happiness is simply coming home. Taking care of a small garden. Sitting beside my mom. Listening to the birds as the sun slowly sets. Maybe this is the life I had been searching for all along. Tomorrow, another ordinary day will become another beautiful story.